The term righteousness. In the Old Testament, you have to understand when God calls someone righteous, it's because he kept all the law. And the law states that when you break any law, you must offer an animal sacrifice. And regardless of you breaking or keeping the law, according to Israel, every year you must offer a sin sacrifice for your sin. Regardless, there's no, oh, I keep the law. Oh, I did not keep the law. I should not bring animal sacrifice. I am holy. Like Luke 18, 9 to 14 that Jesus talked about. No, every single person is to bring the animal sacrifice before God. And if you can look at Job, you'll find out that regardless Job keeping the law, Job offered animal sacrifice for himself and for his family. And Job said, which mortal can be righteous before God? So keeping God's law requires you doing the law, and when breaking it, offer animal sacrifice to God, which is the wages of sin, which means the animal is taking your place in death that is supposed to be. You understand? So that's keeping God's law. Then also in righteousness, you have to know is by faith. That's why God used Abraham. Although Abraham was weakened in his body, he could not give his son, yet he believed God. And God said, if we also believe like Abraham, God will count us righteous. That's to say you are a sinner. All you can see with your sight is you are a sinner. You lie, you do all manners of sins. All you can see with your eyes is a sinner, but God does not look you with your own eyes. God calls you righteous. And if you can also believe it, like Abraham, although weak in his body, but he believed God is going to have a son, God is also going to call you righteous. That is basically Romans, telling you that the righteous live by faith, not by what you see. Even the Bible said, if our hearts condemn us, God is greater than our hearts. So you have to understand that God sees you righteous in Christ Jesus. Although you are a sinner, although this, although that, He only sees you with the eye of Jesus. First Corinthians said, Jesus was made sin for us, who knew no sin, that we might become the righteousness of God. So you are not bigger than God to argue with God. It's not, oh God, I am a sinner, have mercy. God does not see you as a sinner. You understand? God sees you righteous. God saw Jesus as a sinner in the cross and turned his back on him. And according to Hebrews 9, Jesus paid for sin once and for all. Otherwise, you should be offering animal sacrifice every year. You understand? But God sees you as an holy person, as a righteous person, not because of what you did, but because what Jesus did. Your only job